Hi, we're here at Local Access 12. We're at the premiere of the movie Dunkirk. It's a very proud moment. We're very excited, and we've got our commander of our honor guard is here today. Dick, tell us about a little bit what got you guys here today.
We got here mainly, I was 10 years old when we were taking donations for Dunkirk, France on Central Avenue. We had a convoy of trucks loaded with gear from the city of Dunkirk to our sister city, Dunkirk, France. And that was one of the reasons I'm here. The other reason is that our veterans are supporting those troops that were evacuated from Dunkirk, France.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thanks for all you guys do. You're everywhere. So thank you very much.
Thanks for your football interviews.
There you go. There you go. Hey, Danny, come on over. We've got Danny McGill here. Dan, father of cable TV in Dunkirk, I would dare say. It's good to see you, Dan McGill. Now, I see, what's your capacity today?
Well, I'm in the Dunkirk Joint Veterans Council, one of the members, and that's what you see a lot of the people around here, just greeting the people that come in to see the movie. So,
excellent. It's a really proud day for Dunkirk. It's a proud day for the veterans. I know, as an ex-mayor, I'm sitting here saying this is just really, really cool. The movie, the whole bit. We're also going to see a little slideshow, huh?
well, we have a little, little thing that people are maybe too young to remember, but it's Dunkirk to Dunkirk, France, our sister city over there. So I wasn't here at that time, but they did such a great thing, and it got publicized. It was Life magazine, the whole shebang. So it's surprising now the young people, unfortunately, they're thinking this is a movie about Dunkirk, New York. You know, we're talking Dunkirk, France, which is spelled a different way, except for when you see the billboards for the movie. So
I was a little surprised when I had heard about this movie, and when it came out, I was expecting to see it spelled with the Q, the French way. So it's actually a little moment of pride that we get to have it spelled our way.
that's right. I was thinking the same thing too. A little more bearing if it would have been done that way, because that's the way it's spelled over there. So, but that is our sister city.
And I guess if it gets some young kids in to see the history of what happened during World War II in Dunkirk, France, and the tie between Dunkirk and Dunkirk, if we trick them in for a little history, that's okay.
That's fine with me. I'm a history lover anyway. Even though I wasn't here, I know the story behind it. So our Dunkirk harbor resembles Dunkirk, France, and that's where it's all come about. So
Excellent. Well, Dan, thank you very much, and thank you for your service.
thank you.
All right. We're here, Local Cable Access 12. We're about to go into the screening of the movie Dunkirk, which is about the excavation of Dunkirk, France. But we're here with Diane Andrasik. Diane is the Dunkirk City historian and also has put together a slideshow. Diane, tell us a little bit about what we're going to see as a preview.
Well, I try to show the beginnings of Dunkirk, France, and how Dunkirk, New York came to be named for Dunkirk, France, and that begins the relationship that lasted through to today, and then covering some brief information going on into the war itself, the evacuation, which we're going to see today, but then most importantly, the aftermath of the war, when Dunkirk graciously raised money and funding and funds to help and assist the city of Dunkirk, France, in its plight.
So obviously you've got a lot of a slideshow coming up. Where did you get the material?
Everything I have is material we have at the museum. Over the years, many people who were probably involved with the Dunkirk to Dunkirk Day left their materials with the museum with various people, and now we have that to use. Sean Kurz from the Buffalo News was just down yesterday looking through stuff. That's how he wrote his article, using our photographs, and we have documents and pageant documents of all kinds. So luckily we had all that at the museum.
Now you also, the Dunkirk Historical Society is a hidden gem, I think, in Dunkirk that people don't get to. If someone wants to come by, when would they come when could they visit?
Our summer hours are Mondays and Fridays 1 to 4 and Wednesdays 3 to 6, so that people working might come after hours. We'd like to be open more, but right now with the fact that we're mostly open through volunteers, that seems to be about what we can. However, if someone wants to come in on some other day, if they call the number and leave a message, we'll try to be there to open the doors when they are able to come, even on a Saturday.
So we'll make sure we put on the screen as this is playing those hours and the number to call, because obviously as you're watching this, not only would we like you to visit the Dunkirk Historical Society, but if you have a passion for it and you'd like to volunteer a few hours a week or even a month, we could open that up more if we had the people there.
Yes, exactly. And our phone number is 366-3797. And you can leave a message or go to our website, dunkirkhistoricalmuseum.org, and you can access our email that way and leave a message that way as well.
Great. Diane, thank you so much for the work you do. Thanks for this, and hopefully we can get you some volunteers.
I hope so. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see if we could get... We've got Hector Rosas, Local Access 12. We've got Hector Rosas here between the mayor and himself. They've been putting this event together, working feverishly on it. You're here now. There you go. The beautiful poster.
Posters. These are from Warner Brothers, and this collaboration put together by Warner Brothers, the City of Dunkirk, and Dunkirk Historical Society, and Movieplex 8, Nathan Rogers. We want to thank him. But Warner Brothers sent us quite a few boxes of promotional items, and we passed out some shirts, the hats like you have. Yep. These posters are collector's items. Some banners. There's one banner hanging in front of City Hall right now. And it's just a wonderful thing, a wonderful event to put together here for the community, and we're very proud of that. So. Well,
thanks, and it's just another. I tell you, you're on a roll this summer, my friend. We've had great events, we've had great weather, we've got a great turnout here. So thank you for all you do.
Well, thank you for all you do. I couldn't do it without the help of Access 12. Gabe doing a fine job with your assistance here. It's just been wonderful. You guys have been doing a great job for the city of Dunkirk.
Thank you. We'll do our best. Thanks.
Have a good day.
Man, we've. And here's the man of the hour, right? The very proud moment. I know as a former mayor myself, I'm saying this is a very cool day. So to be sitting in office and to put this all together, tell us a little bit about what you're feeling.
Well, we're feeling some pride here right now. I know back in 1976, Dunkirk, France actually sent some people here for our celebration, our bicentennial. It was a council person from the city of Dunkirk, France, and another member, a clerk, that they send out here to Dunkirk. So we're going to try to continue to, revive that relationship. I think it's a wonderful thing to see all the people that are here. That's awesome. I think it's great.
It is. It's a lot of fun, and I just said to Hector, you guys are on a roll this summer. The weather's been great. All the festivals have been wonderful. The summer music, and now we've got a major motion picture.
Absolutely. And we have our Access 12 channel functioning. It's actually we're doing some real programming here in the city. So real proud, a lot of pride right now in the city.
Great, and yeah, thank you very much. We're going to come in and we'll tape they've given us permission to tape the slideshow that Diane's going to do. That we just talked to her, and then we'll put that on again and again, because I think that's going to be. I think we're all going to be tearing up or swelling our hearts a little bit.
Absolutely. And I just want to also let everyone know that this movie's going to be playing here, and Mike Ferguson actually donated 250 tickets, I guess is what I'm being told, so for the veterans.
Excellent.
So,
all right, thank you very much. All right, have a great show. All right. It was coming out. I had heard about it. I thought it was going to have the Q, the Dunkirk spelling, because it is Dunkirk, France. We got our spelling.
Yeah. No, that's the English version. That's always been Dunkirk. Our Dunkirk has always been used by the English that way, but the true spelling is the QUE at the end. But
we won't let them know.
No, but it's very interesting when they look at the old historical pictures of what they did in Dunkirk, New York in 1946. It's a really incredible event.
Yeah, I wonder. I was trying to do in my head what the math would be. About $75,000, they said, in 46. That's got to be $1 million today?
At least half, pushing $1 million. But and it was not just the cash; it was also some in-kind things, like they were talking about cows and sheep and that sort of thing. But they really went all out for a small community to do something like that. It was really incredible, and it got a lot of international attention too.
Well, we can use any attention we can get that's positive, right? So thank you very much, John, and thanks for being here with us.
Great, thank you.
Okay. One more. Hi, and just before we go in for the opening remarks, we've got Mike Ferguson. Mike, you're a candidate for county executive. You thought it was important. Tell us about your ticket donation.
Well, we wanted to say thank you to the veterans. You don't really get a great opportunity to say thank you for service, and we have so many great people here in Chautauqua County and Western New York that have dedicated their time, as well as family members who have dedicated their time. We just thought Mayor Rosas did a fantastic job, along with Hector, bringing this movie to Chautauqua County for its opening day. We wanted to say thank you to the veterans ourselves, and we donated tickets to the people of Chautauqua County, the veterans who had served before. So we're very happy to do so.
Thank you. Thanks, and good luck.
Where's yours? No, she got it. Where's
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. Thanks for coming to the launching of the movie Dunkirk. We worked in collaboration with Warner Brothers, Movieplex 8, and the Twitter, and Buffalo News, the local media outlets, and it's a pleasure to have you here to be part of this thrilling event. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mayor Rosas, please. A round of applause for our mayor.
Thank you.
I get the music off.
I want to thank everyone for coming out and supporting this movie. This all started with Warner Brothers actually sending out an email to my office asking if we were interested in helping them to promote this movie. And with the history between the two cities, Dunkirk, France and Dunkirk, New York, we thought that that was a perfect idea. So I assigned it to our development team, and I'd like to acknowledge the presence of our Planning and Development Director here with us, Rebecca Yanis. And our Deputy Director, E.J. Hayes. And our Coordinator, Hector Rosas. And this is the team that I assigned to help to promote this movie here in the city. We actually reached out to Dunkirk, France to try to connect with their mayor. We were unable to do that today, however, but we are going to continue to try to reach out to them and make contact with their mayor. So again, I'm just happy to see the amount of people that are here in support of this movie, and I just want everyone to enjoy the movie, okay? Thank you.
So at this time, we'll turn it over to our Dunkirk historian, Diane Andrasik, who will tie in the connection between Dunkirk, New York, Lafayette, and Dunkirk, France. Diane?
Thank you, everyone. We appreciate your being here. We appreciate your patience. This is about 4 or 5 minutes. Just a little history lesson, and I promise no quizzes at the end. Dunkirk, France was founded in the 12th century. Its name stemming from words that mean church in the dunes. 400 years later, in the winter of 1605, Seth Cole would arrive on the shores of Lake Erie and build a cabin near what's now Canadaway Creek. Others followed, and Solomon Chadwick's purchase of land on the bay itself would cause some to refer to this area as Chadwick's Bay. And when Daniel Garnsey bought his land, then it was called Garnsey's Bay for a time. By 1818, no more than 50 people lived in the area, but those here felt the need to apply a name to their community. Elisha Jenkins, a businessman who had been to France, noted the resemblance between the bays of the two areas and suggested it be named after Dunkirk, France, and so Dunkirk, New York came to be forever connected to a city in France. In 1825, another French connection between the two countries occurred when the great General Lafayette, who fought for America's independence, would visit the area, beginning with a reception in Westfield, then Fredonia, Dunkirk, and departure from Dunkirk's harbor, from which he traveled to Buffalo. Another 115 years would pass, and Dunkirk, France became known to the world when the British Army was trapped in and around its city, surrounded by Nazi forces. America was not yet involved in the war, and England stood up against Hitler's diabolical plan to rule the world nearly alone. The world, including sister city Dunkirk, New York, would watch and wait for a miracle that included saving over 300,000 soldiers from the Nazi army. The generosity of ordinary British citizens ensured that those British soldiers would not be abandoned. Sailors and fishermen and ferrymen and ordinary citizens who owned boats ferried soldiers to safety. They did this not because it was their job, but because it was their human obligation. 5 years later, the war was over, and Dunkirk, France, lay in ruins, as did much of Europe. The United States understood the need to stabilize a ravaged continent. It knew it could not stand aside and allow unstable forces to govern the area. The Marshall Plan helped those countries recover, and as a result, the democracies in England, France, Germany remain today. Other agencies assisted in humanitarian aid, one being the American Aid to France Incorporated. Knowing of this, city leaders here in Dunkirk, including then Mayor Murray and the Observer editor Brennan, helped form the Dunkirk Society to begin the process of raising funds for the French city. The Dunkirk Society held as its motto the desire to promote freedom and understanding among all people. Once again, ordinary citizens organized to donate goods and money amounting to $100,000 to assist a battered city. In today's money, that $100,000 would be equal to $1,326,000. A banquet and parade were planned in which the goods were to be shown and handed over to French officials. Thus, the most important connection between what happened to Dunkirk, France in 1940 and what happened between Dunkirk, New York and Dunkirk, France in 1946 was the selflessness and communal effort that drove efforts to help those in distress, whether they be soldiers or citizens. On November 26, 1946, news agencies from CBS, the New York Times, major magazines like Life and Look and Collier's descended on Dunkirk, New York to report the day's events. Famous French actor Charles Boyer served as master of ceremonies. The ambassador to France took part in activities, and a parade of goods snaked its way down Central Avenue in front of a review stand filled with dignitaries to show the world Dunkirk's generosity to its sister city. The event was broadcast live on CBS radio. Our mayor gave the French ambassador a plaque reading, "For life and liberty, Dunkirk to Dunkirk," and the French presented to our city mementos of gratitude. Eleanor Roosevelt herself, widow of the great President Franklin Roosevelt, praised Dunkirk, New York in her daily column and radio show entitled My Day. Let's hear her words make this connection. She said, in part, "Thanksgiving Day this year will be celebrated in an entirely new way by the citizens of Dunkirk, New York, led by Mayor Murray. Some notables connected with France and interested in helping her recover will be on hand to show their gratitude. The day will be carried through according to a proclamation read in all the city churches 2 weeks ago. It was issued by the mayor, who called on the people of Dunkirk to unite in a demonstration of good faith to the citizens of Dunkirk, France, through a program to be planned according to the wishes of our citizens. In these days of international confusion and misunderstanding, it is fitting that we should dedicate this day of peacetime Thanksgiving to the ideals of brotherhood and mutual assistance, which in the dark days of 1940 were so splendidly expressed by the men of many nations who died at the gates and on the beaches of Dunkirk, France." In conclusion, 71 years after the Dunkirk to Dunkirk Day, let us remember the need to promote freedom and understanding among all people. Thank you so very much.
So I just wanted to see a show of hands. How many veterans do we have here? So you want to thank Mike Ferguson for That pretty much concludes our opening festivities, and we'll now turn it over to the Movieplex 8 so we can enjoy the movie. So enjoy, guys.